Welcome to Daddy's gardening show.
Welcome, we're back. And the garden is looking pretty lush.
Oh, Daddy, I see flowers on the beans.
Oh, that's a good sign.
We'll be picking them soon.
What is it?
The
The peas have really grown. Look, they're at the top of the trellis now.
Yeah, I see. What is it? I think
We need to harvest some broccoli too. It's starting to flower.
Do you want me to pick that now? Oh, that looks
Yeah, we need to get a knife from Grandpa.
Look at this one, it's so cute. It's fat and about long enough for look, Daddy.
That one's ready.
We can pick that one already, Daddy. And can you see this one? It's kind of funky. Daddy, can
Well, that's
I
not.
carry
Yeah,
it?
don't drop it.
Daddy, what about this one? It's kind of funky.
Yeah, that's not quite ready yet.
Dad, I get to carry this.
Oh, look, the beans are up.
Everything's looking good.
Everything's looking good. Our rhubarb seed is
It's a little bit heavy.
about ready to harvest too. That's all like browned out.
Daddy, there's a cucumber ready.
Yeah?
No, it's not ready, but there's a cucumber. Is that ready?
These are definitely ready. These are almost ready. We could harvest some rhubarb seed too. I tell you what, let's divide and conquer. Why don't one of you guys harvest the broccoli? If you want to do that, you can harvest broccoli.
I
I need to go get a knife.
Oh, looky, peas.
Can I pick it?
Yeah, you can pick it. One of you guys harvest peas.
I'll harvest.
Hey, any that are ready. Emma, why don't you get some scissors or something from Grandpa and we'll harvest some of these seeds.
Daddy,
We're gonna focus on the stalks that are really dry, like these that are really brown,
Okay.
can you hold this?
and we know they're ready because they're starting to drop their seeds.
I want to get it.
Well, you go around, baby doll. So I've got at least one person that's requested Ukrainian rhubarb seeds, so I will be mailing those out probably in the next week or so once they've dried. It did rain, so we want to make sure that the seeds are dry. But they're definitely ready because they're starting to drop. I'll take you over to the tomatoes and show you what we're doing this year on those. Before we get to the tomatoes, let's just take a look here. I mean, everything is just, the rain really boosted things. The onions are gaining some size. They've got a ways to go though. We've got a ton of Swiss chard. The green beans, again, are putting on their flowers, so we're going to have beans here in a couple weeks. Here comes O'Dad. Wow, and this is looking good.
Yeah, I finished weeding the bean patch today.
I can tell.
Yeah, and I tell you what was the predominant problem were these hogweeds. They look so much like the bean stalk, but you could identify them by the red root.
Huh.
And the fact that they had no flowers, coming up on the stem like these do.
Wow.
There's just hundreds of them I pulled out, in addition to the other stuff.
Well, I noticed all the other beans have come up now.
Oh yeah, look how they popped out. It's just
Beans on the other row, that whole row's up too. Ruthie, was there any more broccoli, honey?
Oh, it's not a squash bug?
Not a squash bug.
Well, we were going to try to string up the rest of the tomatoes potentially tonight.
Okay.
So I'll open a garage here. Oh, look at how green everything is.
But the butterflies are coming in. While I was weeding,
They were tagging this stuff, huh?
yeah, one was here and I chased it away and it kept coming back, coming back, and finally flew away. I'm going to stop at Sunrise Cooperative tomorrow and check into some netting because it will help with this and also eventually with the strawberries.
Yeah.
You know, like that. There it comes, see?
Yeah. Well, look at the peppers. They've really greened up,
Yep.
Hey, Daddy.
gaining some size. What do you need?
Olivia has a whole handful of peas.
That's good.
Are they full? Olivia, are they full or are they flat?
All right. Well, while they're messing with that,
Pepper.
yeah. Don't play with it too much.
Are these the sweet peppers?
These are sweet peppers. And they're starting to set. Yeah. Well, we want to highlight tonight's the tomatoes. Now I'm doing it different this year. You know, in previous years we've pruned them, we've planted them like 1.5 feet apart. I'm doing more of an intensive method. I've got them planted about a foot apart this year. I haven't really pruned. We pruned initially just to get them in the ground, to get them deep, but since then I've not pruned at all and just letting them do their thing. And there are a ton of flowers, a ton of foliage, no signs of disease yet, which is good.
Look at this. Oh,
Wow, bud.
big ones.
Why don't you pick some more? You can put those on the picnic table up there.
I need to go potty and
Th-
I need
then-
somebody to go with
Well,
me.
Samuel will take you because he's going that way anyway. But we're planting them 1 foot apart. We're just letting them do their thing. We're using this fence this year, and what we're doing, we're tying them against the fence. So once they got some height, we took baling twine and ran 2 lines to help stand them up straight. And we're gonna, as they grow, we're gonna add lines and try to hold them against the fence here, and hopefully they'll grow through and whatnot, provide a little structure for them. And we're doing that on each of the 10-foot trellises here, putting in some lines to help stand them up. Now we haven't done this side yet. We need to do this side. We're going to try to do that tonight, I think. But we've already got a lot of them, you know, setting fruit. And this is perfect weather. It's not super hot where it's going to get all sticky and stuff. But just a ton of blossoms on here. Wow, that's French breakfast. Our potatoes are doing great.
Hey, Samuel.
But we're going to get the baling twine out, and we're going to try to string up these tomatoes here. Most of them are kind of growing into the trellis already, but we want to help them along. The other thing I'll be doing is, as I can, you know, tuck them in to the other side. These are all San Marzanos down through here, but they're looking fantastic. We did straw the area, you know, Dad's done some weeding and stuff like that. And we've got a bunch of volunteer tomatoes coming up too. I mean, look at this. A ton. So we're gonna have to go through and weed those out. But it'll be interesting to see the production of, you know, what we did last year, the pruning and not pruning. I suspect that we're going to have a lot more tomatoes this year than last year, in part because we got more plants, but in part because we're just letting the growth do whatever. It might be a little bit smaller, but it's still going to be good yield. So, all right, so we'll get started on running some strings down this line here. Well, I was going to string up the tomatoes, but given the schedule for this week and all that, Dad asked us to mow grass, so I'm gonna be mowing grass on the zero turn. Loving that. It'll be fine. It'll be all right. Meanwhile, Emma's harvesting the rhubarb seed. We're gonna go ahead and take all of it because, again, most of it is coming down in the leaves there, so. Oh boy. It's starting to rain. We're going to be mowing in the rain. Check out, there's a storm brewing. We just finished mowing. I don't know if the mic's picking up that wind. It probably is. They got the tomatoes tied up for me. So I guess that's it for now. Until next time.